This dash seasoning: Old Bay, ginger, a little roasted garlic and herb, a little all-purpose, a little paprika, a little cilantro. I also incorporated salt, garlic powder. Here I am about to trim and wash my beef for stovetop roasting. I use my knife to bore pocket holes in it so as to allow the seasonings to seep in while I leave this overnight for roasting. I also use a little of my green seasoning. Now I will leave my ingredients in the description box, or if it is not there, if anyone is interested, you can just leave a comment and I will add it. And then I use a little gravy master on it. I will add additional seasoning during the cooking process, which you will see from start to finish. There is the finished seasoned beef. Here I am about ready to prepare this. So I use olive oil because I want to use olive oil instead of using regular vegetable oil, because beef tend to normally have a little oil in it. So I use some olive oil. I use 2 tablespoons brown sugar, and here I am allowing this to burn a little. And then I added a tablespoon of grated ginger to this. Then here I am adding in the beef to brown, as we would call it, or to start getting color. So I cover up in order to allow this to steam. Once it starts to get a little color, then I switch over the adjacent sides. This can also be prepared in your oven or in your crock pot. I decided I want to do it stovetop, and I do also have another video on my channel which I did roast beef on the stovetop and in my oven, but this one is all on the stovetop. So here I'm turning over to allow the sides that are not yet colored to get a little color. I did not use any browning, just the little sugar that I used. And as I mentioned, I will definitely leave my seasonings that I use in the description box. For some reason, my camera was turned the wrong way, but don't mind, you're still able to see what I am doing. And for this cut of the beef, it's more like beef brisket. It took under 2 hours to cook, and it was really, really soft. And although I used garlic powder, I also used a lot of garlic cloves. I use a lot. So here I'm just adding in spices, which we call back home pimento grains or pimento seeds. In the stores it's called spices. I just added them. You can also beat them. I prefer to add them that way. Here it has browned, and I'm adding in a tin of beef broth on this. This will also help to add flavor to the meat. And I cover and leave again. Here my camera, I realized, and I rotated back my camera. So here I allowed the beef broth to cook on the meat for 10 minutes. And then next I will be adding in my seasonings, my thyme, my escallion, bell pepper, garlic, onion. I added it at this point to cook on the meat. Once this is being prepared, I keep adding warm water to this. not room temperature water or cold water. I keep adding warm water to this because you want the meat to always maintain the same amount of warmth that is already in it, meaning if it's already being cooked, why would we add cold water to it? So we always want to use warm water so that it maintains the same temperature when cooking or while cooking. So yes, I added, once I used a tin of beef broth, I continued with the process by adding water in this to continue to cook. For this, I serve this with some green beans, a little mashed potato, some carrots, and some broccoli. I don't always do rice because rice is not a favorite of mine, especially white rice. So most of my videos I do prepare rice, but most of the time I really don't do a lot of rice. I'm trying to cut a lot of that starch out. So here it's almost to the end, and while my meat is cooking, although I pierced or bore holes in it, I still use my knife to stick it. There you can see a little substance coming from it. It means it is rare and I love my meat well cooked. So I added more water, so throughout you can continue to maintain and add water to it. So this was like an hour 30 minutes in. It still needed a little more time to be cooked. Once my fork goes in and it comes out looking fine, then I don't need to cook it any longer. I will be adding in some carrots and some Irish potatoes in it just for serving purpose and because I didn't want any rice. So here I am testing, showing you I am sticking it. Meat is all good, meat is almost ready. I love my meat well done, hence the reason for doing it for 1.5 hours. Welcome to my channel. Big up to the persons from Strong Mommy Chrissy's channel who are supporting my channel. Big up yourself. Enough love, respect. Thank you all for your continued support. If you're new to the channel, what are you waiting on? Please subscribe to the channel and support my channel. It is free. Please remember to hit the like button for each video that you watch. It is also free, no charge. Share my videos, like up the videos, leave a comment. Look at that, looking so juicy and tantalizing, almost ready. So for these vegetables, they will cook for, I would say, a 10 to 15 minutes in. Once this is done, I just add a little Scotch bonnet pepper to it. I didn't need to add anything to my gravy. If I wanted to, I could add a little ketchup. I did not because it cooked with the veggies and it came down to the level where there was sufficient gravy in it or sufficient juice in it, and you will see at the end of the video how I sliced a piece of the beef so you can see what the finished inside of the meat looks like. This could also be done barbecue style, but no, I wanted to do it brown stew style. See, my fork is going in, coming out like really, really clean. I will also add in the description box my other roast beef video that I did earlier last year. When I just started my channel, I browned it on the stove top, then I left it in my oven to bake. I also have a crock pot, but I just don't like to use crock pot or slow cooker. I do it sometimes for some of my menus, but it is not something I prefer to go the old long way. There I added a little pepper to give it flavor, and no, the pepper wasn't hot. It was just mellow. It just tasted nice. If you've watched the video this far, please stay to the end. Please make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment. a like, a share. Tell others about Shell's Island Flavor Cooking. And thank you all again for your continued support. Here, I am testing to see the level of the gravy that is in it. And my food is fine. It's ready for serving. Thank you for tuning in with me on this pot roast, stovetop style roast beef that I served with just some regular veggies. Instead of eating rice, you can serve this with any staple of your choice, be it white rice, rice and beans, whatever you choose. It could be veggies, cabbage, whatever you choose. And this, I know it will taste like really, really tasty. From the look of it, I definitely know this will be another hit again. The first one I did not include carrots or Irish potatoes. I just roasted it in the oven and I served it alongside with rice and peas. And I will drop that video in the description box. You can also watch that video. Look at this. Looking all so colorful and nice. Stay tuned. See you soon.